Welcome to Eli's Cheesecake's Tricked Out Treats Holiday Edition. Today we're going to take Eli's red velvet cheesecake and transform it into the Santa cake. This is one of my favorite cheesecakes for the holiday. It's red, it's festive, it's delicious. All Eli's cheesecakes come with papers. Once you remove the papers, you just want to push the slices together. And then after we smooth the top of the cake out, we are going to apply some buttercream frosting on the edge of the cheesecake so that the decorations will adhere to the cake. What I have here is a sheet of red fondant. You can buy colored fondant at a craft store like Michael's or Joann Fabrics. So I already started to roll out my red fondant, but before you start this project at home, you want to dust your cutting board with cornstarch. Do not use powdered sugar or flour. Those are not good for dusting fondant. And I'm just going to roll this out because I want to make sure that my fondant is leveled all the way across. The diameter that I'm using, that's about a 12-inch diameter to cover a 9-inch cheesecake. Take your rolling pin and you're going to wrap the fondant around your rolling pin like I'm doing here. And this helps you lift the fondant up and apply it to the cake evenly. So we're going to put the cake right here in the center, and I'm just going to unroll the fondant right onto the cake, and I'm going to try to gauge it to where I'm kind of in the center. So you only really get one shot at this. So you want to make sure that you're covering your cake the first time, like that. I'm going to start just using my hands and just kind of smoothing the fondant and kind of taking the creases out and cut off that excess so it's easier to work with. The more you rub the fondant, the shinier it becomes. Now we're going to put Santa's belt on the base of the cake right here, and I already rolled my fondant and I cut it in a long band like so, and it's about 1.5 inches thick. But first we have to brush the base right here with just water because the water will glue the other fondant pieces together. It's really a good idea to roll your fondant like I'm doing here because to apply it to the cake is so easy. Now I'm going to brush water on the black belt. We're just removing that extra cornstarch that it took to roll out the belt. Now I'm going to show you how to make the Santa buttons on top of the cake and his belt buckle. And all we're doing is using a basic round cookie cutter about 1 inch in diameter. And all you do is cut out little round circles of fondant that I rolled. I did want a little bling on my button, so brush a little bit of water on top of the fondant circle. And then you just want to sprinkle decorating or sparkling sugar. You can buy this sugar at your craft stores or even at the grocery in the cake aisle. Now I'm using square cookie cutters. I have one large square, one smaller square. What you want to do is kind of press the square into the fondant like so, and then take the smaller square right into the center of that square, and you have yourself a buckle. Spray a gold food coloring on top of the square so it looks like this shimmered gold square here that will act as Santa's buckle. I'm going to brush the back with water, and then I'm going to place it right about here. These have been drying for 15-20 minutes, and now they're really easy to work with. So I'm just brushing the back of the button, just a little bit of water. And I'm going to apply the first one kind of going down. And you will use about 10 of these buttons. This is so easy to do, and it's a fun activity to do with the family. But don't forget, you have to use the Eli's red velvet cheesecake to make it. Now you have yourself the Eli's red velvet Santa cake. Happy holidays. Ho, ho, ho!